compared to Malaysia. Malaysia not too much. Just do it on YouTube. Yeah, because they sometimes play the YouTube. Maybe sometimes they put at school. Okay. So the video have a story about the situation at Indonesia and so on. And you know what? Now they can use Indonesian language. Some of them sometimes talk in English.
In Indonesia.
Ayo kak, kita mandi. Ayo. You are Malaysian.
It is also happen with my son, though,
Yeah.
because my son's very like Upin Ipin, and sometimes he speak in Malaysian language.
Also, Upin Ipin at Indonesia using bahasa Melayu or Indonesia?
Yeah, bahasa Melayu.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, at least you know this is sometimes how they can learn each other.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
We have a look like the same, but some word we have a quite different. But then, you know, the children easy to follow. Yeah, all the language.
Yeah. So it kind of like daily language in home in home with me with. Sorry.
Yeah. How many students in this class?
For IGOV, 45 students, but for the regular class also around 100 students. If total students follow this program, ma'am.
All right.
So around 150.
Oh, 150.
Yeah, around 150. If they all follow this program.
Okay.
This is become the compulsory program for IGOV students, but this is only additional program for a regular class. So maybe for IGOV student there will be totally 45 students follow this lecture, but for the regular student maybe only half of them that follow this lecture, ma'am.
Okay.
So it is good, ma'am, if we use English and also Malayu, because if regular students maybe they don't good enough in English language, because
Okay. All right. If I can say in the word of Indonesia, I will try. But I'm not confirmed that I will use English word. Okay.
Okay.
So you have no problem because you have only one student international. No problem. Sometimes they can follow our language. Yeah. Should I share my slide?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, what time we will start our class?
It should be now.
It should be now.
Yeah, but it is only 20 students that already joined with us, ma'am.
Okay, so maybe we need to wait for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Or we just proceed because the participant is not achieved the target yet. 23. So should be at least 45, right?
Yeah.
So we need to wait for a while, or how? Or we just proceed based on...
Okay, or we can start now? Huh? Prof?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I will try to open this program first.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, I would like to thank you for Professor Nur Syakiran, Akmal, Ismail. Thank you, Prof, because this is very important for students in Indonesia. They will have a big knowledge, yeah. It is will be enlarge their knowledge about the bureaucracy in Malaysia, because last week I already explained to them about the bureaucracy in Indonesia. So they will get informations, they can compare what happened in Indonesia and also what happened in Malaysia about the bureaucracy, how about the reformation, so about the management of bureaucracy in Malaysia. So they can learn how to improve the quality of bureaucracy actually in Indonesia, because if we talk in Indonesia, there are still has many problem about the quality of bureaucracy and also how to manage the bureaucracy. So this is very important for the students, and they're very lucky, Prof, because they will have new knowledge about the uh, government bureaucracy in Malaysia. So we can start now, Prof. 45 minutes, or it is enough? 45 minutes?
I will try myself.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Time is your, Prof.
Yeah. Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon.
Waalaikumsalam.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. For today we will have together, and thank you, Mr. Awang. Yeah. Because to lead our discussion today. Personally, I'm thank UMY that willing to invite me discuss some of sharing information about Malaysia. I'm also to thank for each you to attending this class for today. I'm not really expert, yeah, but then maybe some knowledge, a little bit knowledge that I have, then I can share with you today. Yeah, and maybe we can share each other. Yeah, because sometimes we know each other, but we still have something lacking about some information. Yeah, so for today, this is a very good platform between Malaysia and Indonesia to know each other. All right. But then for me, I feel that when we are talking about the bureaucracy, from my observation, I can see that Indonesia also have a lot of improvement right now. Yeah. Because when we deal with the Indonesia right now, we feel more comfortable. Yeah. Because for your information, if not COVID issue, maybe the Malaysian always went to go to the Indonesia. Yeah. Saya pun selalu turun ke Indonesia sebenarnya. Yeah, we sometimes we have a collaboration with the other university over there, and we know how the Malaysian and Indonesia make a connection each other. But sometimes I feel that I don't know the situation in at the public sector directly, but from the university itself, sometimes I feel that the bureaucracy in Malaysia is sometimes quite quite sukar berbanding Indonesia. I mean, sometimes the bureaucracy in Indonesia quite lenient. If I went to the university lah, yeah, we can see sometimes like that. Yeah, maybe, but then it's maybe because of the culture. Yeah, so. All right, for today, maybe you can understand a little bit about the bureaucracy in Malaysia. Yeah, so even I know you already discover about the issue, what the definition of the bureaucracy, but after this learning, I hope that all of you also can explain the bureaucracy and concept bureaucrat. Maybe we are need to looking at also the bureaucrat concept, yeah, and background of public administration in Malaysia. And the third is maybe you can understand what is the government bureaucracy in Malaysia. Okay, so when I understand that you are maybe know, yeah, the definition of bureaucracy. However, as an introduction, give me some time to have a brief a little bit about the definition of this concept. So we know this is the person that introduced this concept, yeah. So based on this man, who is it? Anyone to know?
Karl Marx.
Yes, Karl Marx. Yeah, thank you. All right. So, Karl Marx mentioned that bureaucracy is the collective organizational procedure, protocol, and set of the regulation in place to manage activity and usually in large organization and the government. And this is a Max Weber. Yeah. So the Max Weber will discuss more deeply about the definition of bureaucracy. And we can see that bureaucracy is actually the concept of sociology and political science. Yeah? And it's referring to way that administrative executes and enforcement of legal, socially organized lah, we call in the organization. Okay, I believe you already discovered of the principle, right? We have, this is the principle under the bureaucracy that was introduced by Max Weber. Yeah, so we know that under the principle, they mentioned that in the bureaucracy we have a fixed division of labor. We have hierarchy of office. We have the rational legal authority. We have the creation of rules to govern performance, separation of personal from official property and right. We have a selection based on the qualification, and of course, in the bureaucracy that mentioned, all the staff should have a clear career path. Yeah. So this is the principle of bureaucracy. Okay. All right. Now, I move to discussion the background of public administration in Malaysia. Yeah, when we have discussion about the democracy, actually, the bureaucracy is relate to the public administration. Yeah, so here I'm trying to share with you all how the process of the development public sector in Malaysia. Yeah. So Malaysia got the independence from British in 1957. Yeah. When the Indonesia got the independence from the Belanda?
1945.
1945. So means that Indonesia mendapat kemerdekaan lebih awal berbanding Malaysia. Ya, so Malaysia merdeka sejak tahun 1957. Then Malaysia practice parliamentary democracy, yeah, with the constitutional monarchy based on British model. So Malaysia mempunyai apa kita panggil sultan dan raja. Yeah? So ketua negara we call the Yang di-Pertua Agong ataupun king, and the king actually is the head of state of Malaysia. And the king is appointed by the hierarchy Malay ruler from among the number for every 5 years when a vacancy occurs. Selalunya setiap agong, ya, di Malaysia kita ada satu majlis raja-raja, and for every 5 year seorang raja-raja dalam majlis raja-raja akan dilantik untuk menjadi ketua negara yang dipanggil Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Ya. Alright. So Malaysia actually have the federal framework. But study of constitutional show that the federalism is very formal in nature, with the balance of the effective power lying with the central government. Yeah. Okay. However, we can see actually kebanyakan negara-negara Asia ini selalunya membawa apa yang ditinggalkan atau peraturan-peraturan yang ditinggalkan oleh kolonial. Ianya agak berbeza dengan Indonesia, ya. If we can see that Indonesia do not really take what Belanda tinggalkan, ya. Dia totally different compared to the Malaysia. Malaysia, they adopt the isolation policy in the civil service yang ditinggalkan oleh pihak British. Okay, actually, from our historical, we can see that actually Malaysia was colonial almost 500 years. Since around 1,700 years. Okay. But then, start from around 1,800 years, when the British membina negeri-negeri selat. Okay, negeri selat actually terdiri daripada Penang, Melaka and Singapore at that time. So, based on the background, based on the historical, actually bila sewaktu adanya negeri-negeri selat, British at the Hindia Timur, ya, pentadbiran British di Tanah Melayu, Malaysia pada waktu itu dikenali sebagai Tanah Melayu. Okey, pentadbiran di Tanah Melayu telah ditadbir oleh Hindia Timur, ya, syarikat Hindia Timur di India. So apa yang berlaku pada ketika itu, because of some of the staff from the British is not enough, then they open the opportunity to the local people like Malay people to join as a civil service with a British. However, the post is lower post lah, such as clerk, ya, penghantar surat, budak pejabat, it's something like that. Yeah, it's not, they did not give a higher post, just a simple post to the local people. However, starting from that, the local people starting to observe and try to understand the system of public administration, including bureaucracy. Okay. Then, so after that, when we got the independence, yeah, we still continue colonial bureaucracy. Ya, apa yang British tinggalkan, Tanah Melayu terus sambung. Ya, Malaysia dikenali sebagai Tanah Melayu sehingga tahun 1963. Ya, setelah ada gabungan beberapa kawasan. Okey, mulanya Malaysia hanya terdiri daripada Semenanjung Malaysia yang pada awalnya dikenali sebagai Tanah Melayu. But then since 1963, Tanah Melayu ditukar kepada Malaysia apabila Sabah dan Sarawak, juga Singapura, ya, telah menjadi rakan sebenarnya kepada Malaysia. Ya, itu the agreement from the British and Malaysia when they want to change the name ataupun menjadi sebuah negara federalism. Walau bagaimanapun Singapura keluar pada tahun, is not mistaken, is 1965. Ya, but then kemudiannya diubah sikit akta tu, kemudiannya Indonesia, Sabah dan Sarawak now actually memang totally under Malaysia. Okay, that's about a little bit about the background. And we can see in 1957, 60% of the Malaysia Civil Service expatriate officers. Maksud dia, in 1957, we can see that expatriate ataupun kita panggil rakyat asing ataupun secara mudahnya dalam kalangan British itu sendiri, ya, masih berada dalam pentadbiran Tanah Melayu sebanyak 67%. However, since 1967, ya, start 1967, the expatriate officers only 92%. It shows that the majority now from the Malaysian lah. Maksud dia rakyat tempatan yang mula mentadbir Tanah Melayu pada ketika itu. This is based on the Tillman, ya. Alright. Okay. Now we go to the Malaysian bureaucracy. The Malaysian bureaucracy is structured vertical around the various functional department. Yeah. Then they include three main categories. We have administrative, executive, and clerical class. So under the vertical of the bureaucracy, we have three main categories. Satunya, the first category is administrative, executive, and clerical class. So they are commonly known as a general or user service, common user service. Means that this group actually more to the direct bureaucracy. Yeah. Second, we have a professional or specialist services. Yeah. Di mana staff by professional, officer including doctor, engineer, dentist, legal officer, lecturer, and so on. Means that the group of professional or specialist service ni maksud dia group yang agak tinggi. Ya, dia punya ni compared to the administrative. Ini lebih kepada pihak pengurusan. Then we also have a department services. Department services ni selalunya lebih kepada memberi perkhidmatan di kaunter, for example. And then for example, this is a group of the custom, yeah, immigration, yeah. So this is a department of service. Okay. Alright. This is the horizontal classification in term level of operation before the introduction of the new remuneration scheme, yeah, in 1992. Sebelum ada skim baru dalam pembayaran, ini adalah division yang dilakukan oleh kerajaan dalam menentukan faedah-faedah, ya, untuk pekerja sektor awam. Ya. For example, we have Division 1. Division 1 including the group from the university degree. So means that the qualification is from the university. The candidate should have at least a degree holder. Okay. Then for the division 2, the candidate at least should have a college, a diploma or higher school certificate. And the third is school certificate. And last, division 4, half division school certificate and below. This is before the introduction of new numerations in Malaysia. Then after the new remuneration, we change the category. Yeah. So we have the premier group. Premier group ni, this is the top management level. In the context of bureaucracy, this is a top management level. Yeah. They have a super skill C and above of the former division 1. So previously actually the group is come from the division 1. So but then now they change to the name of the premier group. Second, we still have the professional and managerial groups, time skill to super skill D or former division 1. And then we have a support group. Support group 1 and support group 2. Support group 1, previously the former division 2 and 3. Sorry, 2 and 3. 2 and 3 now become the group of support group 1. And the last is support group 2, the former division 4. This is the group yang dia punya kelayakannya adalah yang paling rendah. Okay, this is I'm explain to you, I'm show to you because I want to show you the level of the staff in the public administration that we consider the democracy, bureaucracy. Okay, so okay, the top most staff appointed is chief secretary to the government, and director of the public service is we call the director director general. Their post at the public service department. Then Director General of Medical Services, we have Director General of Education and few other head of the ministry and department. Okay. Then Malaysia Service. Okay. Dalam sejarah sebelum ni, Malaysian Service ni adalah kumpulan yang berada dalam hierarki yang agak tinggi. This is the support for the policy making. Okay. Now we call them as a PTD atau pegawai takbir diplomatik. Okay, in the context of public administration in Malaysia, the PTD is the group yang consider group profesional yang terlibat dalam pengurusan yang tinggi. This is a PTD. And in the context of policy making process, we know that as a invisible hand. Kan? Sebab apa PTD ini, in the context of make a policy, kita nampak dia orang tidak terlibat. But then, actually they are involved under executive. Under executive group. Sebab if we're looking at executive group, actually the executive group is come from all the minister. However, under the minister, they have ketua setiausaha bagi setiap kementerian. And all the PTD adalah di bawah ketua setiausaha bagi setiap kementerian. So why we call them an invisible hand? Because when they make policy, they just pass to the minister to propose in the Dewan Rakyat. Okay, so the PTD actually is from the elite and prestigious groups. Generally, it could be remarked that a career in the public sector is more are preferable to a career in the private sector. Okay, now this is the layer. Yeah, we know that under bureaucracy we have the hierarchy. So the hierarchy of the Malaysia, it starts from here. So we go to the formal, yeah, the formal introduction lah. Yeah. Okay, the formal organization of the bureaucracy, we have the Parliament of Malaysia. Okay, and the Parliament of Malaysia is based on the Westminster system. Maknanya kita merujuk masih kepada Barat, ya. Dan under the Parliament of Malaysia, we have the House of Representative and we have the Senat. Ya. Okay, House of Representative ni lah selalunya tempat perbincangan ataupun perbahasan dasar-dasar kerajaan di mana ahli-ahlinya terdiri daripada wakil-wakil rakyat or MPs. Ya. Alright. Manakala the Senat adalah senator yang dilantik ataupun kita panggil Dewan Negara, mereka yang di dalam Dewan Negara adalah mereka yang terpilih mengikut kepakaran masing-masing. Ya. The Senate ni selalunya lebih berperanan in the context to pass all the bills. But the discussions semuanya berlaku pada peringkat Dewan Rakyat. Is it same? Is it quite same with the Indonesia?
Student, please answer, students. Yeah, it is quite same. Ma'am.
Yeah, is it quite same? Okay. Alright. Can I ask something to all the students? Is it the Indonesia also called a parliament or what? If you don't want to answer in this platform, maybe you can chat, maybe you can write. Yeah. Sometimes maybe they have a problem with the microphone. Actually, sorry, I with my student in class, I like to have two-way communication.
Okay.
Yeah? Anyone to explain a little bit about your means this is kalau Parliament of Malaysia ni, ini merupakan badan tertinggi lah, ya, dalam konteks membentuk undang-undang negara. So bagaimana ya di Indonesia? Apakah badan yang tertinggi? Do we have any response from the chatting room?
Indonesia kan nggak punya.
Tidak punya.
Students.
Yeah, maybe you can explain to me something that we can share something here.
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
I don't know if this is right or not, but this is what I learned. If we, as in Indonesia, when we want to make like undang-undang or like the what we call it, like the people or like the segerombolan orang. How to put this in English? I'm sorry, but like the people who passed the undang-undang called DPR or Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat. It's like, yeah, I think like it's quite same with Malaysia. When you just explain.
Yeah, so the Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat, you call it's a Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat, is it?
Yes.
So in Malaysia we call Dewan Rakyat or House of Representative. All right. So all the bills, all the suggestions have a discussion here. Is it right? Same with the at the Indonesia, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right. So, thank you, Fadila. Fadila, ya. So, yeah, this is actually same. Rata-rata negara, there's the starting of the discussion about the rules. Ianya berlaku di House of Representative, ya. Ataupun kalau di Malaysia dipanggil Dewan Rakyat, di Indonesia dipanggil Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat, ya. Same. Okay. So, federal government actually of Malaysia adopt the principle of separation of power, yeah, and has 3 branches. We have executive, we have legislature, and we have judiciary. All right. So executive power is vested in the cabinet led by the Prime Minister, and the cabinet appointed by Prime Minister from among the member of Parliament with consent of the King. All right. So we have no president, but we have a Prime Minister. Okay. The cabinet is a council of ministers that are accountable collectively to the Parliament. Yeah? The composition of the cabinet and the number of portfolio depend mainly on the wishes of the Prime Minister at the time. Sebab tu, kalau dilihat setiap kali Perdana Menteri itu berubah, maka Malaysia selalunya akan ada perubahan kepada kementerian. Ya, banyaknya kementerian di Malaysia itu berdasarkan cadangan Perdana Menteri pada ketika itu. Ya, sebutlah kalau you all looking at the situation of Malaysia right now, we know sudah banyak Perdana Menteri ya yang bersilih ganti. Jadi setiap Perdana Menteri yang datang, they will decide what the ministry that they want to introduce to manage the country. Okay, this is the branches lah. So this is the legislature. Legislature ni lah tadi ya yang kita nampak tadi tu. Actually from the Dewan Rakyat, this is all the MPs. Ya, yang ni previous MP lah. Now we are still Tun Mahathir there. And then we have also judiciary. Ya, judiciary is badan kehakiman yang lebih berperanan kepada menilai undang-undang, ya, memastikan peraturan dilaksanakan mengikut keadaan yang sebenar. And then we have the executive group. Of course, we know the executive group is the group who will implement the policy that come from the legislative. Yeah. All right. Then we have the ministers, the ministries and central agency, such as Prime Minister Department, Public Service Department, Economic Planning, EPU, Implementation and Coordination Unit, ICU. We have the Malaysian Administration Modernization Management Planning Unit, MAMPU, and the Ministry of Finance. Ni some of the organization that I mentioned lah. Okay, so in this situation, yeah, it's same with the Indonesia too, right? Sama tak?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. We have executive, legislative, and judiciary also.
Yeah, right. Okay, the difference is about Malaysia and Indonesia. We apply the federal system. How about Malaysia? How about the Indonesia? What the system that you use?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe the next class we can discuss together is the pages. I just maybe you not go to the stage anymore. Okay. The Indonesia using you use unitary system, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Malaysia using a federalism system. Okay. All right. So we can see that we have three types of the bureaucrat. Yeah, we type of bureaucrat. We have the partisan. Yeah, we have the partisan is bureaucrat to be partisan or responsive to the ruling politician, expected to further the interest politician and political party in power and serving government of the day. Okay. Why I bring you this discussion? Okay, I believe that you already have the idea of the bureaucracy, right? Based on all the elements that under Max Weber, kita tahu birokrasi yang ada itu dia mesti ada hierarki, dia mesti ada peraturan, ya, dia mesti ada bidang kuasa tertentu, ya. Yang kita bincang yang awal tadi. Tapi actually I'm trying to bring with you to have some discussion. Yeah, maybe from this we can see the difference from the bureaucracy in Indonesia and Malaysia. Okay. So when we see the partisan, yeah, partisan means the bureaucrat ni dia have a responsive to the ruling politician. So we understand seorang birokrasi ni, ya, birokrasi ni we know that's come from the executive group, ya, actually they come from the executive group, is directly lah, ya. Then means that under the executive we have badan pentadbir, ya, badan pentadbir dalam sektor awam, ya. Kalau Malaysia selepas executive group selalunya terdiri daripada menteri-menteri yang memegang portfolio. Apa itu menteri-menteri yang memegang portfolio? Menteri-menteri yang mempunyai kementerian di bawahnya. Ya, menteri-menteri yang they have their own ministry. Ya. Then to support their task, they have setiausaha, ya, ketua setiausaha kementerian. We call the ketua usaha kementerian. And starting from the ketua usaha kementerian until the yang bawahnya, inilah kumpulan birokrat. Hanya menteri bagi setiap kementerian sahaja yang we can see there are the group of yang ada terlibat dengan legislatif. Ya, saya tidak pasti is it the Indonesia have pertindihan tugas atau the same task between executive and legislative. Kalau di Malaysia terdapat pertindihan. Apa itu pertindihan? What we call pertindihan, ya, Mr. Awang. Apa ya? Indonesia is same pertindihan kah?
Different, ma'am. I don't know. What is pertindihan in English?
What we call the same power means that the executive member also from the legislative member. Should a different power, right?
Yeah. Different
right.
power.
Yeah. The Indonesia, do you have the clear different power?
Yeah. We also makes the different power between executive, legislative, and also judiciary.
All right. But in Malaysia, we have sometimes we have the executive also include in legislative.
It is not happening in Indonesia.
the Malaysia it was happened. You know, this is something. Because why? Because we know that all the legislative is actually all the minister, all the MP, wakil rakyat, is it? And from the legislative, some of them are choose as a minister. Okay, and the minister from the MP who are become a minister, they are also lead one ministry that we call menteri yang mempunyai portfolio. That's why in Malaysia we call the power has a redundant power. Redundant power. Alright, so some of the legislation are also the group under the executive. Okay, but then this executive just consider as the minister who have a ministry. Okay, but then in the context to implement all the policy, then they pass to the public servant. Then barulah bermulanya birokrasi yang sebenar. That's the Malaysia is quite ni sikit lah. This is some pertikaian lah, because this is the federal system, and because we have no president, if the have a president and a prime minister is quite different. Ni kan jelas. But the Malaysia is memang pihak legislator juga adalah orang yang menjadi eksekutif. Itu yang dikatakan is not the pure of kita kata pembahagian kuasa yang sebenar. Cuma judiciary saja terasing. This group is not very clear lah. They are not mixed each other. Okay, this is the group from the kita panggil yang very clear. They are just control based on the law. But this part, dia bertindangan inilah ada yang what we call is bertindihan, kuasa yang bertindih. Then they have the redundant power. That's why when we are talking about in the context of the partisans, sometimes is quite questionable. Okay, because we know that the bureaucrat need to follow the serving the government of the day. But sometimes the head of the ministry itself is come from the group of politics. Okay, then neutral. Okay, bureaucrats are supposed to administer the rule without bias. No one should be given preferential treatment, and political neutrality of the civil service. Work based on policy, rules, and regulation. This one so clear. I believe that all of you also understand. This is the type of bureaucrat. Means that all the bureaucrat we know that considered is a public servant. Everyone should be neutral. We need to give a same treatment to every people. Even maybe we have different races, we have a different political thought, but in the context of to give the service, all the staff, all the public servants should give same service, to be fair. And then representative, okay, establishment of bureaucracy based on the citizen ratio. Okay, to ensure the interest diverse group are represented in policy formulation and implementation process. Okay, actually in Malaysia, in a public sector, we are open 30% to Chinese and Indian. Okay, so for your information, in Malaysia, we have three main races: Malay, Indian, and Chinese. But then the majority of public servant actually Malay. Of course lah, we are majority and the majority are so Malay. But then we are open 30%. for all the races to join the public sector, as a representative. I'm not so sure at the Indonesia, because the Indonesia is unitary country, and you means you have a races but it's not clear, kan?
Yes.
Ya, apa ini, tak tahu yang mana Chinese, yang mana Jawanya, yang mana Melayunya, right? Semuanya sama, ya. But then in the context of Malaysia, we have different races. That's why it's so very important in the context of the representative. Ya, sebab we need to bring all the right of all the society. Ya, okay. Alright. Any question tak from the starting? Mungkin
from chatting room there is a questions, Prof, from Handaru Maya Yasid. Maybe Mbak Handaru, you can say directly to Prof Syakiran.
Yes.
Mbak Handaru.
Oh yes, sir. How to overcome the problem of bureaucratic reform that is still not optimal, and what is the solution?
Bureaucratic?
Ini bagaimana mengatasi problem reformasi birokrasi yang masih belum optimal dan bagaimana solusinya?
Okay.
Terima kasih.
Sama. So you are refer to the bureaucratic reform. Okay. Actually, in the context of the reformation, we are follow okay, when we are talking about the bureaucracy, we have we know that we have a lot of layer to make a decision, kan? Because we have the first layer, we have a second, third, and so on, and we know that sometimes give a lot of problem. Okay. However, in Malaysia, actually, we already have a reformation in the context of the bureaucracy in Malaysia through the new public management, MPM. Okay. And we know that new public management was introduced, I feel, the early 1980. Is it right? But in Malaysia, the new public management is start to explore around 1985. Okay. Itu masih zaman Tun Mahathir. Ya, masa zaman Tun Mahathir, the Malaysia using the approach of new public management. So in the context, under the approach of new public management, they have some reformation in the context of the bureaucracy lah. Diorang Malaysia mengurangkan karenah birokrasi. When some of the sector we are open to the privatization. Alright, and we are also encouraging all the system, all the activity in a public service like a private approach. Until now, when we can see that public sector in Malaysia, they cut many things under the karenah birokrasi. Yeah, based on the reform. They put some, and they are encouraging e-government, for example. Yeah, a lot of issue like to make a form, to do everything. Kebanyakan activity based online. Yeah. In fact, if you are coming from the Indonesia who have a chance to come in to Malaysia, but then you know right now it's quite difficult lah, kan? How the system, the birokrat itu, contoh birokrat yang kita kurangkan, dalam proses kemasukan Malaysian untuk keluar negara dalam negara yang melalui the immigration tu. We do not go to the immigration counter anymore. No more chop. Okay, we just go to one machine, we put our passport, and the machine itself will scan the passport, then it's ready, the door will open and we can go. Alright, this is how one of the impact reformation under bureaucrat. If that kan, kalau secara normalnya, if we go to the immigration, I feel that Indonesia same still masih berlaku. Kalau kita pergi, kita perlu dapat pengesahan immigration kan, bagi setiap counter, ya, nak dapat job dan sebagainya. Tapi at the Malaysia, but then for the Malaysian only, okay, the machine for the Malaysian only. Okay, we can just scan our passport, then we just go through the gate automatically. Okay, that's one of the example. Means that the government try using the new public management approach. How about the Indonesia?
How about Indonesia students?
Do you apply the new public management?
Student?
Not yet.
Because, Prof, because this topic, yeah, I already explained about the new public management, but just explaining into the preference. I mean, I'm not explains deeply about the new public management, because in the second semester they will learn about government bureaucracy, and the topic of new public management will discuss in the second semester. So I just preface about the new public management last week, and maybe they didn't understand deeply about new public management. So
okay.
as information that new public management, yeah, students please read about new public management. Yeah, you can read Reinventing Governments by Osborne. Yeah, you can learn about how to run new public management, students.
Okay. Mr. Awang, is it the Indonesia?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, Prof?
Is it the Indonesia apply the new public management?
Yeah, Indonesia use new public management start from year 2000s. After Suharto regime fall down, then we try to reinventing the governments of Indonesia by use new public managements from central government until local government. We try to use new public management that involve private sector.
That's good. Yeah. That's actually, but then the impact is take a time.
Yeah.
Take a
correct.
Time. Yeah, like Malaysia, we are start since 1986. But then the impact is, of course, when it's come to 2005 and above. We are starting apply the ICT, something like that. Yeah. Then we are trying to cut off all the bureaucracy based on the people. Then we are system the more to the efficient system lah. Yeah. So this is how one of the reformation in under bureaucracy that we have done in Malaysia. Yeah, so I feel that the Indonesia will get the positive impact after this.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. All right. Any more question from the ups of of the starting here? Maybe something that you more needs the information. Actually, I just touched on not too much about the clear the very clear system in this part, because in the second lecture on the what you give to me, hubungan antara federal and the local government, more touch on very clear the relationships in the management of Malaysia actually. Yeah, So this one, I assume that the student already know about the bureaucracy. Yeah. So just I mentioned a little bit about the issue of how the Malaysia bureaucracy in the simple word. But then maybe something we can give some information when the student have a question that way. Then we can discuss together. Yeah. Alright. So yang lainnya bisa ikut ya.
Ibu mau tanya.
Ya.
Politik dan birokrasi pemerintah itu kan berbeda.
Ya.
Tapi kenapa keduanya nggak bisa dipisahkan?
Kenapa keduanya nggak bisa dipisahkan? Okey. Yeah. Politik dan pentadbiran sepatutnya in reality, no, in their theory. Yeah, in their theory we need to differentiate between politics and administration. But in reality, especially in Malaysia, we cannot. We cannot, because just now that I mentioned di sini sepatutnya ya, eksekutif ini adalah kumpulan yang pure birokrat. Ini memang birokrasi betul. They should be pure public servant, kan? And legislative ni legislature ni terdiri daripada ahli-ahli politik. Is it the ruling party yang memerintah sesebuah negara pada ketika itu, ya, yang terdiri daripada menteri-menteri. However, in Malaysia, apa yang berlaku? Orang-orang yang berada di Dewan Rakyat ini sebahagiannya adalah wakil daripada wakil rakyat. We call the local representative, for example. Some of them, yes, very clear. They come as wakil-wakil rakyat. But some of them are menteri. Okay? Menteri-menteri daripada wakil rakyat yang dipilih menjadi menteri. What was happened? All the menteri here, some of them have a portfolio. Portfolio means mereka diberi kuasa untuk meneraju kementerian. Mereka yang menjadi head of the ministry. So actually the head of ministry should be not come from this group. But in Malaysia, the head of the ministry come from this group. They are politicians. At the same time, they are also involved in bureaucrat system. Alright? And, okay. Should we, you go to the dichotomy. Should we have the dichotomy between politician and bureaucrat? Alright? So dichotomy is separation between political and administrative responsible. Is said as important for the successful formulation and implementation of the policy. That's very clear. Yeah, the dichotomy that was introduced by Max Weber. Yeah, and also the dichotomy word, the starting words was introduced by the father of public administration, kan? Woodrow Wilson. Yeah, Woodrow Wilson very clear. They mentioned we should have the dichotomy like Hendaru asked just now. Sepatutnya. Alright, so we have a clear between politician and bureaucrat. But in Malaysia, we have a problem when this is the one of the menteri, yeah, Menteri Malaysia Health Minister. However, this minister also involved in this. Okay, and he is the head of the health minister. Okay, jadi dia yang meneraju kementerian dan at the same time their interest can influence this ministry. Okay, and Okay, I put here someone very famous here, yeah, in Malaysia, because the Director General of Health Malaysia, non apa ini yang Dr. Datuk Hisham, Nur Hisham, yeah. Because of the COVID-19 right now, so banyak yang diambil nasihat dari Dr. Nur Hisham. Okay, for the first time in Malaysia context, the bureaucrat is so powerful. Bila mana all the decision based on health, the Malaysian agree give directly to the Director General of Health Malaysia. For the first time. That's why we call he is hero. Selalunya apa-apa keputusan yang dilakukan will influenced by the minister too. Tapi this minister is so very good. I say he is very good because he not interfere any decision from the Director General. Alright? Sepatutnya macam tu. Because this is the bureaucrat and this is the politician. Even this politician are head of the minister. Tetapi payah. It is so sukar untuk mengelakkan the political interference because the head of the minister in Malaysia is a politician. But currently, in the context of COVID-19, for the first time, we can see that the minister who not interfere decision from the bureaucrat. Because the expertise, we know that the health is something very technical, yeah, and who are very professional, especially when we are talking about the medical, you should know everything. That's why the new minister in the Malaysia Health Minister just give anything they give to their Director General. They do not interfere. Okay, kalau sebelum ni, kalau kita lihat case of yang kapal mas tu, Boeing 317 yang jatuh tu, alright, all the policy statement, all the issue statement they give to the Ketua Seksual Kementerian, but at the same times the Menteri Bahagian Keselamatan Dalam Negeri also involved in with the press statement. Maksudnya dia orang campur juga. Should be cannot. This is the power under their the bureaucracy. Tapi in Malaysia, we have a problem because of that. Because this group, the head of the kementerian ataupun the head of the ministry. Of course, if the head of the ministry, they will influence all the decision based on the politician interest. This is in reality. But in a theory is very good. The dichotomy concept is very good because we are trying to avoid the politician interest in the bureaucracy system. Yeah, but then in Malaysia, that's why sometimes we have a problem about this. Yeah. Okay. I'm not so sure from the Indonesia situation because you consider have a differentiate kan between the bureaucrat and the what we call
political.
Yeah, political kan.
Yeah, in Indonesia, in conceptual or in regulation, we separated between politic and also bureaucrat. But in practically, Prof, there are so many interference from politic to bureaucracy because in Indonesia also politicians is the leader of bureaucracy. So for the example that we are talking about the COVID-19 recovery, The policy do not do by the bureaucracy, but all the policy stated and done by the politicians. So that's what different between Malaysia and Indonesia. That it should be a learning for us, for me in Indonesia, yeah, because in Malaysia there is a good example how to recover the COVID-19 by the spirited between politicians and bureaucracy. All the policy implementation done by the bureaucracy, right?
Yeah.
But in Indonesia, there are still many interference for politicians.
That's the issue. Yeah. Because we are so lucky in the context this time, for the first time, the minister not interfere what the bureaucrat make a decision. Okay.
Good example. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I just go through for a little bit under the bureaucrat. So we can see this is the role of the bureaucrat. Actually, the bureaucrat implementing all the policy that formulated by the government's policy. Then they will monitor the overall policy implementation. Yeah. Then ensure the coordination with the other central ministry, federal agency at the National Line Agency and Economic Planning Unit. This is from Malaysia lah. Yeah. So then the bureaucrat in Malaysia also respond to all the segment of the country population and they serve the government of the day. This is because they should be neutral, yeah, and the partisan. They need to serve the government of the day, and they need to produce and deliver goods and services to public service delivery. So this is part of the role bureaucrat in Malaysia. Okay, so bureaucrat is people, professional and expert work in bureaucracy are called bureaucrat or administrator or civil servant or public employee, government servant and other name. Yeah, from the high level operation in foreign affairs and intelligence collection agency to clerk, staff in a smallest regulatory agency. This is the group we call the bureaucrat lah. Yeah, from the high level until the clerk and so on. They are hired or sometimes appointed for the expertise in carrying out the function and program of the government, and they are professional and the expert who train and able to facilitate the interaction between government and public because they are direct. Sometimes we call the frontliner or direct bureaucrat. Yeah. So they they actually should have a good interaction with the public. Sebab birokrat ni lah yang menentukan penentuan kepada rakyat sama ada kerajaan itu bagus ataupun tidak. Yeah. Alright. Okay, the main function of the bureaucrat is to implement all the policies, help the government to modernize public administration through the professionalization, improve the efficiency and effectiveness of public administration in delivering service to the public is so very important. Ini banyak ditekankan, ya, di mana public sector in Malaysia is so very particular about the frontliner, how they give the service to the society. Because the frontliner or direct bureaucrat ni, actually they will show who are the government at that time. Yeah? So they promote the chain of the reform process. Any reformation that nation do, the public servant need to support, yeah, and they need to understand. And solving problems that are manifesting at the community level. Yeah. Okay. So this is the dichotomy. So this is a differentiate lah. Ini yang kawan kita tanya ya. When we are talking about dichotomy, politician and bureaucrat, we can see the politician actually the elected officials. Ya, kalau di Malaysia lah, ya, bureaucrat is appointed official. I feel it is the same. Politician, they will make policy, act, rule, procedure, program, project and others. sebab dia under the group of legislative. But the bureaucrat is execute all the policy. Perlu melaksanakan all the policy. And then striving for re-election, of course, and motivated by the goal of placing the voter and hence winning the election. But for the bureaucrat, they're motivated by internal, external, and intrinsic motive. Ni more to the individual needs lah kalau bureaucrat ni. And politician win voter here, and they become in under the political party, but the bureaucrat compliant to rules and procedure, and to make everything is greater efficiency, for the public service. And political behavior should be characterized by passion and a willingness to fight for one's belief. But for the bureaucrat, there should be neutral, impartiality, and not including personal feeling and emotion. So kita faham bahawa kalau politician ni dia ada dia punya interest, dan they are trying to influence all the other to believe, to follow their thought. Tetapi bureaucrat should be neutral. Dia tidak boleh membawa sebarang ideologi politiknya semasa dalam pekerjaan. Malaysia memang dia ada peraturan, if bureaucrat bertentangan dengan the idea of government of the day, sometimes they have diberi amaran. Sebab tu the bureaucrat should be neutral. Whatever thought you have, you need to be neutral. You cannot show your thought in the organization. Alright? Okay. That's why ni memang amaran lah. Amaran yang dikeluarkan dalam akhbar. Penjawat awam perlu neutral, setia kepada kerajaan. This one of the keratan akhbar yang saya bagi contoh lah. So this is a street level bureaucrat. Ni yang saya katakan tadi, the frontliner worker or policy implemented in government agencies such the health service, scholar or police service. Nurse, doctor, policeman and teacher are typical street level bureaucrat. As a group, they are characterized by regular and direct interaction with citizen or the recipient of government and service, and the power to exercise the degree of discretion over the services, benefit and sufficient service by those recipient. Street level bureaucrat. Itu yang saya katakan tadi. Just now I mentioned that street level bureaucrat should very important to show the good behavior to the society, because they are deal directly with the society and they will show the capability of government of the day. Okay. So this is the example lah. Bureaucrat during COVID-19 pandemic. Ni backliner. Backliner is all the decision maker. Ataupun group-group, kita consider group-group Dr. Noh Hisham, what they are make a decision in their room to control all the COVID-19. This is a frontliner. Both of them is a bureaucrat. Both of the group is a bureaucrat. But this group is more to a decision maker. They are trying to make a conclusion what should they do. This is a frontliner. Frontliner in Malaysia currently is very, very hard lah. Their job is very good, and the society always support them. Even we have things for them to give their motivation to work. Because we know that some of the nurses, some of the doctors, almost 1 month do not see their family because they need to counter the issue of COVID-19. So this is one of the so this is just a cartoon, is something that's bureaucracy and a bureaucrat. We are trying to show some of the bureaucracy situation sometimes. Kongsi rezeki yang ada. Kan bagus kalau ramai memang kau menghargai sahabat frontliner. This is how we are trying to, this is one of the campaign jugalah actually, to appreciate all the frontliner as a bureaucrat, because they make a lot of work for the pandemic, yeah, COVID-19. All right. So yes, now it's come to the my what 3. I feel that's on time. I finished my lecture.
Okay.
But then I still I open to the question or anything that you want to know something or you want to open a little bit discussion is okay.
Students, any questions? Hello, students. Say something, students. No?
So semua jelas ya?
Sudah jelas?
Yes.
Tolong dong dijawab. Tolong dijawab dong.
Question
Nah.
from chat, sir.
Oh, there is
Chat ada
questions, Prof.
pertanyaan, sir.
There is a question, sir, in the chat room, I guess.
Okay, Prof. Syakiran, there is a questions.
Alright, let me.
From Reza. From Reza,
I cannot see
this is the questions with the many political parties in Malaysia. So how can bureaucrat be truly independent without the influence of political parties?
Okay. All right. Even sometimes the political party influence the decision making of the bureaucrat. But whatever it is, we still depend on the Constitution of Malaysia. We have the Constitution of Malaysia ataupun Perlembagaan Malaysia is the highest authority, highest peraturan yang ada. In a certain way, even they are trying to influence, but bureaucrat can firm their stand based on the peraturan yang ada. All the law that's very clear states in the perlembagaan. Okay, but we know sometimes they can influence, but that's why actually they can avoid the influence, yeah, based on the rule that are ready in the constitutions. But in certain issue, why some of the bureaucrat also follow, some is the I mean the interest. I feel kalau the interest is very good, yeah, the interest is very good to influence the bureaucrat will follow. But is obvious the interest is not good, or maybe can give a bad impact, the bureaucrat can avoid actually based on the peraturan yang sudah jelas, yang telah ada dalam perlembagaan Malaysia. Ya, maksud dia that's why the importance of judiciary di situ. Alright, the mechanism of judiciary will control how far the interference by the politician into the bureaucrat. Okay.
Marisa, clear?
I cannot find the chat room. Where is it?
In the bottom of the screens, Prof?
I cannot find the icon of chatting.
In the bottom of screen, in the middle.
Oh no.
Beside the share screen.
Cannot see, but it's okay. If the question
Okay.
you can ask me through the, if I cannot see, then you can read the question from the student. Okay. Any more question?
Any more students question?
Oh, clear. Thank you so much.
Clear? Student, please answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, clear, sir.
Clear, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
to participate in the class and to give
Yes,
the
ma'am.
attention.
Okay, so
Stay healthy, ma'am. Stay healthy.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mom. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you very much, Prof. Syakiran. There are 45 students, so it around 95% of IGOV students. So it
That's
is
good.
good, very good,
Yeah.
very good because most of the students attending this lecture.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that this topic, this material will enrich the knowledge of the student and also me, because today I just know that in Malaysian's bureaucracy there are representatives from China and also India that not happen in Indonesia. And also today I just know that the bureaucracy in Malaysia for the COVID-19 recover, the bureaucracy has the big power because the politician, the head minister, the health minister uh, doesn't give the interference of the policy.
Yeah.
Good example. Jadi very good example of the difference position between politicians and bureaucracy. Okay, students. So next week, Prof. Syakiran will deliver about the relations between central government and local government. How the dynamic relations between federal government, central federal governments with the local government in Malaysia. So prepare and please also attending next meeting, yeah, because this is very important to increase your knowledge about Malaysian's government. Thank you very much once again, Prof. Syakiran.
Thank you, Mr. Awang. Thank you for all the students. Yeah, I hope that after COVID, some of the students from UMY come again to UUM.
Yeah, amin.
Amin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Yeah. See you.
Thank you very much, Miss.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, ma'am. Stay healthy.
Love you. Thank you very
Please
much,
stay
Miss.
safe.
Love you.
Have a
Bye.
nice day.
Have a nice day.
Again.
Have a nice day, Mas.
Weh.